Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will be talking about the most famous Yosemite National Park. In this video, I'll be covering topics like stay, food, entry fee and reservation, moving around in Yosemite National Park, various spots to visit in the Yosemite, and some quick tips. There are several options when it comes to stay within the Yosemite National Park. The first one is the Ahwahnee Hotel. It is inside the Yosemite National Park. It's hard to find the reservations and it is a little costly. The second option is the Yosemite Valley Lodge. The one that you're seeing in the video is the Yosemite Valley Lodge. This one is situated just 5 minutes away from the park entrance. The other one is the Curry Village, which is also within the Yosemite National Park, which is basically the tents that you can rent. And the other one is the campsites if you'd like camping. As you can see in this video, that is the Yosemite Valley Lodge, and right across the Yosemite Valley Lodge is the Yosemite National Park entrance. Coming to the food options, the options are very limited. There is a restaurant within the national park which also has Starbucks. However, being a vegetarian, the choices were limited. We prepared and packed our own food from the lodge. The lodge that we stayed in had a kitchenette with some basic pots and vessels. Before coming to the Yosemite National Park, we did some grocery shopping from SFO and then brought into this kitchenette so that we could prepare our own food. Coming to the entry fee and reservation, the entry fee is $35 per vehicle, valid for 7 consecutive days and cash is not accepted. Apart from that, the national park also requires you to reserve your entry, which is a timed entry and is seasonal. Please visit recreation.gov to know if you need a reservation or not. The reservation is $2 per ticket and it is required for anyone entering between 5 a.m. and 4 p.m. into the national park. Moving around in Yosemite is easy if you are using their shuttles. So I would suggest park at stop number 7, which is the Yosemite Valley Lodge or the Yosemite Falls parking, and take the green shuttles available, which will take you to different spots within the national park. Before diving into the various spots that you can see in Yosemite National Park, a little bit about Yosemite National Park. It's not just a great valley but a shrine to human foresight, the strength of granite, the power of glaciers, the persistence of life, and the tranquility of High Sierra. First protected in 1864, Yosemite National Park is the best known for its waterfalls, but within its nearly 1,200 square miles, you can find deep valleys, grand meadows, ancient giant sequoias, a vast wilderness area, and much more. The best time to visit Yosemite National Park would be early spring because the snow is just melting and the waterfalls are full. Towards May and June, the waterfalls are mostly dry. The first spot is the Yosemite Falls. This is a combination of the upper Yosemite Falls and the lower Yosemite Falls. This one is walkable from the Yosemite Valley Lodge, from where we parked our car. We actually drove from the Yosemite Welcome Center to the Yosemite Valley Lodge, parked our car, and then walked towards this fall. The fall is very much walkable even for the kids, and it's beautiful. The second spot we stopped at was the Mirror Lake hike. There is no parking available, only shuttles have access to this point. It's a 2 miles round trip hike, easy to moderate hike for the kids. It's a hike along the Tenaya Creek water. There can be parts of the hike that can be slippery. Make sure that you decide whether you want to go with the kids or not before you get to this. After a long hike, we were pretty hungry, so the third spot we stopped at was the El Capitan picnic area. It has tables and grills available and is open from dawn to dusk. Important to remember is to dispose of trash in bear-proof trash cans and dumpsters. Keep your food, trash, and other scented items at arm's reach. If you spot a bear approaching you, yell as loudly as possible to scare the bear away. The fourth spot is the most famous El Capitan. El Capitan is a vertical rock formation in the national park on the north side of the Yosemite Valley near its western end. The granite monolith is about 3,000 feet from base to summit. It's a famous location for big wall climbing. Up next is the Bridalveil Fall. It is one of the most prominent waterfalls in the Yosemite National Park. The waterfall is 188 meters in height and flows year-round. They say that if you're looking for a bride or a groom, breathing the mist of this falls will speed up that process. So all the best. It's an easy hike which is around 0.5 miles. We save the best for the last. It's the tunnel view. The view looks eastward into the Yosemite Valley and includes surrounding features such as the southwest face of El Capitan on the left, the half dome on the axis, and Bridalveil Falls on the right. There is parking available at this spot. You can drive to this point. It's situated on the California State Route 41, looking into the Yosemite National Park. Time for some quick tips. Before going to the Yosemite National Park, make sure you're downloading an offline map. There are no signals, so you will need this map to navigate through. Just go to Google Maps, search for Yosemite National Park and download the offline map. You can zoom in and zoom out to select the region you want to download and download it. It's going to be very much useful. Second tip is beware of bears. Like I said, the bears can be attracted towards the scented foods, so make sure that you are screaming or shouting as loudly as possible if the bear comes near you so that you can scare them away. Tip 3 is to check for road closures. There can be parts of the national park closed during the winter. Make sure you're checking the closures before you go there. Tip 4 is making sure that you're driving in Yosemite when there is sunlight, because the roads are very narrow and the valley can get very dark. Drive around when there is sunlight. Tip 5, check weather and dress appropriately. Tip 6, if you are a vegetarian, make sure that you have good options of your food. Tip 7, enter Yosemite as early as possible during peak season to avoid crowd. Make sure you're reserving hotels and the park entry as early as possible, as you can run out of options. One more national park off my checklist. If you like my videos, please do like, share and subscribe. Namaskara.